What's up, you guys? Jedi Master Josh here, and today we are going to be getting into Mega Evolution. Now, this past weekend, whenever this video is going up, but it was all pre-releases. I attended 6 pre-releases this weekend, and I have the packs from 5 of those pre-releases to open here with you guys. You get 7 packs per kit, so it's 35 packs total. It's almost a booster box. We almost have a booster box of Mega Evolution to open here. Now, if you have any local game stores, LGSs, anything like that near you, I would definitely look into seeing if they have any other pre-releases going on in the upcoming days or week or so before the actual release of the set, which is going to be here in about 2 weeks. So it's like September 20th or 21st or something like that. But yeah, so it's right around the corner if you guys aren't ready for it. These sets, they come out so fast, it's hard to keep up with them. But the pre-release promos were great. You get Meganium, Inteleon, Lunatone, and Alakazam, all really fantastic promos. And I did manage to get one of each, so mission accomplished. But now we have a ton of packs to get into. And I did save my last kit, the packs from that, and opened it with some friends on Discord. So if you guys check out the description down below, you can join the Rattle Discord. It's got free restock notifications, all that stuff. You can get yourself some product at MSRP. And if you join in on Saturdays and Sundays, there's voice and video chat where everyone just kind of hangs out. On Saturdays, it's happy hour. On Sundays, it's auctions. We're looking at the Fanatics auctions, which is always a really great time. If you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. It's more of an adult server, so make sure you have an adult with you if you're gonna go hang out in there. It is 18 plus, so definitely check it out if you're into anything Pokemon at all. Really, there's all sorts of awesome stuff. But let's go ahead and dig into this. We got 35 packs to get through. We're not trying to sit here all night, or maybe we are. I don't know. But one of the cool things to note is that there are new code cards. Pretty sweet. So there's a code card for you guys. I might hold on to a few of these code cards. I'll probably forget and just hand you guys all of them. But the code cards aren't good just yet. They won't be good for a few more days, I think. It might be this Thursday or the Thursday after this Thursday that they become live and you can use them. We got ourselves a Shroodle, a Fearow, and a Mega Absol EX. Not too bad, all right? Starting off with a Mega. The Megas are back. This is the huge reintroduction for Megas. They came out back in the X and Y era, and they just kind of, it was X and Y, right? Or was it? Yeah, it was X and Y. There we go. X and Y era gave us Megas, and they didn't really see a ton of love then, and even up until now, they weren't seeing a ton of love. But as of late, all the Megas from back in the day, all the cards and stuff are exploding in price because everyone is, all of a sudden a huge fan of Megas. I don't mind Megas. I don't really love them either. I'll 100% admit it. It's not like my favorite thing in the world. I think my favorite gimmick of all the gimmicks is probably Dynamax and Gigantamax, but Megas are also really cool. The Terastal stuff is a little goofy. Don't know. It's maybe it just hasn't grown on me. I don't know. It's one of those things where you definitely have to get a taste for it, right? We got Grafia and a Mega Venus, 2 for 2. All right, let's go. Hopefully we can just keep getting hits, right? That would be pretty sick. But definitely got to see a lot of really cool pulls at pre-releases. If you guys haven't been to pre-releases, definitely check out a pre-release. It's a ton of fun. You get to play the decks and excuse me. And, see all the cards early. So pre-releases for sets usually happen 2 weeks before the set releases. I'm usually checking to see if I can, get pre-ordered tickets for pre-releases like a month to a month and a half before the set releases, just to see, if I can get those tickets ahead of time, because they've been selling out like crazy lately for the past few sets. So definitely good to be on top of those kinds of things. We got Garganackle, Kyogre, and a Meganium. Now this is actually a really good card here, the Wild Growth ability. Each grass energy turns into 2 grass energies as long as Meganium is in play. Now Wild Growth doesn't stack, but you could imagine something like this being coupled with like Teal Mask Ogerpon. And Teal Mask Ogerpon, it has its own like energy acceleration already, and then you can turn the energy that accelerates into 2 energy, and then its attack does more damage based on more energy attached to it. So yeah, it can be pretty devastating. But let's go ahead and see if we can start picking up some more hits. We do have to kind of move through this a little bit quicker because we have a lot of packs to go. All right, I'm going to set that code card off to the side for myself. There we go. At least I got one, right? I do play the game. I play the game on live as well, so I do like to run at least a few code cards for myself every week or two. And yet I still have a giant backlog of code cards that I'll probably wind up never getting to. Who knows? Maybe one day. You can only run like 400 code cards for each specific set. So like for Mega Evolution, you can only run 400 code cards through the redemption thing or whatever. But still, I mean, there's definitely some sets I've got more than 400 code cards for, but Mega Evolution, I still need a couple more before I hit 400. And we've got ourselves Tinkaton, Nickit, we've got Miltank, Acerola's Mischief. This is pretty interesting. We'll get into some more of that stuff later. We got Ninjask, the Fighting Gong, a Spiritomb. All right. Now, when you guys were younger, did you think that this said Spirit Bomb at first? I did. The first time I read Spiritomb in the games, I thought it said Spirit Bomb. I 100% thought that. But it was very shortly after that my friends made fun of me and quickly learned me in the correct direction. It's Spiritomb. But yeah, very cool. All right, I love that illustration rare. We'll definitely take that. Now, I did open a couple of packs of this, like I said, with some friends. And I pulled a couple of cool little things. Nothing too crazy, though. The Shroodle illustration rare, though, I did pull, and it's actually really cool. So if we pull another one of those, it'll be nice. But even so, if you guys haven't seen it, give it a look up on the old Googles or whatever and take a look at it. It's a very cool card. I like it a lot. We've got ourselves Houndstone. We've got Houndstone again, and a Litleo. This is another one of the cards from the set that I really wanted to get. I do love this illustration rare. We're already knocking down a few of the ones that I really want. I want the Bulbasaur. I wanted the Litleo. We got it. Want the Vulpix. The Vulpix would be super cool. And I think the next one after that's probably going to be like Marshadow. You know, and Marshadow is awesome. But you know what? 2 illustration rares, and we're only like 5 packs in. That's pretty awesome. We're doing really good. We got to start moving a little quicker though, because we're kind of wetting the bed a little bit here. We gotta we're talking too much. We got a lot of packs to go. But I want you guys to let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Mega Evolution. What's your favorite card from the set? All the Pokemon stuff in between. Just let me know down in the comments. And, you know, wish us some luck as well while you're in there. That'd be pretty cool. We got Premium Power Pro. We've got Lunatone, an Electrike, and a Steelix standard. All right, we were on a hot streak, so, you know, it's got to cool down, get a little bit more yapping in. But, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Join the Rattle Discord, all that stuff. And definitely check out pre-releases. So each pre-release kit is a build and battle box, essentially. And it comes with a pre-built 40-card deck in it, and then 4 packs. Now, you're going to use the box and the packs to reconfigure the deck and play in a 3-round tournament, and at the end of each round, you get an additional pack. So with 3 rounds, 3 additional packs, 4 packs in the box, they're only $30 per kit. So you're getting 7 packs for $30, and you're going to get that promo that comes with the pre-built deck. So each one of those boxes comes with a promo. Like I said, it's either Meganium, Inteleon, Alakazam, or Lunatone, and those are always very cool. They come with a stamp on them that has the set logo and all that. And yeah, so it's just a really great value for packs and for opening, having some fun. You know, you buy a few of them, go home, play with your friends while you rip the packs. Ooh, we get Mega Lucario EX. Very cool. All right, let's throw that energy off to the side. This is my first Mega Lucario EX. All right, I've seen this. All these Megas, they have this really cool, like, sparkly pattern on them. And then it says the Mega Evolved form of Lucario. But it just evolves from a Riolu. So, yeah. Interesting. But there we go. We got ourselves another Mega to throw on the pile. We're going to see a lot of Megas. Well, I'm hoping we see a lot of Megas. That'd be pretty nice. You know, maybe a couple full arts in between. Maybe an SIR. That would be pretty sweet. But, yeah, so definitely check out your pre-releases. Very good value for having some fun. 7 packs for $30, especially in the current market, is like unbeatable right now. You know, even when the market wasn't as crazy as it is right now, 7 packs for $30 it's never been a bad deal by any means. We got Nincada, and Kyogre. This is actually really cool that this is almost like back in the game. I don't know. There's been Kyogres that have been super busted back and forth throughout the generations. This one's another one. So Riptide. This attack does 20 damage for each basic water energy card in your discard pile. Then shuffle those cards into your deck. So it's kind of like one of those late game things where for 1 energy, a single prize card, you can do a whole bunch of damage and then just put all that energy back into your deck so that you can cycle it for your next turns. You know, it's pretty cool, interesting. We'll see how much play it sees. Probably won't be very much just by how the current meta is, but you never know. We might see some love for water decks again here really soon. Who knows? A lot of people talking about maybe Chien Pao probably going to make a revival here soon, but I don't know. It's hard to say. Chien Pao, I think, is still a good deck. I don't think it needs to be revived, quote unquote, so much as people just need to play it again, because it's always been a good deck. It's just, you know, it's not really one of the greatest, I guess. Ooh, Pokemon Center Lady, that's cool, and a Mega Abomasnow EX there to go with our other Megas. That's pretty cool. I haven't really seen much of this one just yet. Maybe when people pull it, they're just not excited about it. I don't know. There we go. We're going to put that up into the pull. I'm excited about it. I need all these cards for the set, so every single one of these cards right now is super awesome. I haven't seen any duplicates just yet, but, you know, I've only opened the 5 packs that I opened last night, and then these packs so far. So by the end of this, it'll be 40 packs total, and then I have a few packs left over for some other shorts and stuff like that. So if you guys have been following along on the shorts, definitely check those out. They come and they go. I'm not like super huge on them. We get Mega Manectric. All right, there we go. We get another Mega. These packs are definitely Mega stuffed, right? All right, that was a terrible joke. Okay, we're moving on to the next pack. Now the code cards, like I said, is really interesting. New code cards. Every time new code cards come out, it's kind of like the signal of a new generation. The code cards between Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield seem to be the same. There was no difference there. But it is kind of, you know, the new norm to see different code cards between the generations. Between Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, we saw them, and now we're seeing them again between Scarlet and Violet and Mega. If you guys look at the packs, we'll look at it when we get to the next pack, but the packs don't say Scarlet and Violet on them because they're not part of the Scarlet. There we go. We get another Mega Lucario EX. So there we go. There's our first duplicate. I might just have to build a Mega Lucario deck now. We'll see. But yeah, it doesn't say Scarlet and Violet on it. It just says Mega Evolution. This is essentially a brand new era. So this is like the base set of this brand new era. I don't imagine this is going to be like a really long running era, because I'm a firm believer that Generation 10 is right around the corner. You know, we're at that like 4-year mark, and every mainline generation that's released in the past has come out every 3rd year. So we're already kind of past that a little bit, so it seems weird that we haven't gotten even an inkling of information about a potential Gen 10. Ooh, we get the Ivysaur. There we go. We were just talking about the Bulbasaur a moment ago. The Ivysaur, very cool also. If we get the Bulbasaur to go with this, that would be very, very cool. And a Meganium, so that we can play it with our Teal Mask Ogerpon. Maybe. Possibly. Who knows? We'll see. It's kind of one of those things where it is a little bit of a chore. You do have to get a Stage 2 into play, you know. But if we pull the special stadium that's in this set, then I can kind of show you guys how that can be made just a little bit easier. Just a little bit. But it's still, you know, you could do it with a rare candy, I suppose. But either way, you need an additional card. One way or another. We got Premium Power Pro. We got Drizzile, Pokemon Center Lady, and another Mega Manectric. All right, we're definitely doubling up now. It's not a huge set. Like, at first, I thought this was going to be a fairly large set. It's like just from initial reaction and information that was coming out, so on and so forth. It seemed like it was going to be pretty big, or at least bigger than it feels like it is. The openings that I've seen and the cards that have come from them, I haven't seen a ton of variants, or at least not much more variants than what we're looking at right now. Now, there's a couple still missing, like Mega Kangaskhan and Mega Latios, maybe. There's a couple that are still missing, but even so, it does not seem like a massive set. So hopefully the set's a little bit easier to collect than, say, Black and White, because, you know, Black Bolt and White Flare is going to be one of those insane sets that hopefully they're printing for a long time, because it is a very large set, and with 156 special illustration rares or better, that's crazy. That's actually obscene. Like, that's going to be really, really difficult to collect every individual illustration rare. Any specific illustration rare could potentially become valuable just because of people's, need for it, or if it's just like somehow inherently harder to pull than the other ones. Maybe there's just like a lower rate of pulls for it, or like I said, it could be just like somebody's favorite Pokemon. There's a bunch of different things going on with that set. That set's very interesting. But I imagine, like I said, it's going to be printed like crazy. Probably going to be another one of those like evolution situations where there'll be a day where, people are tired of it. Where that's the hope, right? That's the hope at the end of the day. We want to see one of those days, but those days have been long gone for a little while. They'll be back. Don't worry. Everyone's always like, oh, when are we? Ooh, we get the full art Mega Mawile EX. Shout out Rattle Pokemon. Mawile is his favorite Pokemon. This is really cool. I really like the artwork and styling of this. A lot of these full art Megas actually have been really, really cool. The art styling and the colors and everything on them is great. But that's great. Awesome. We get our first full art to throw up there in the pool. We love it. And I can't believe I forgot to mention Mega Mawile just a moment ago as we were talking about the diversity in the set. Yeah, Mega Mawile's in there too. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's move on to the next one. And yeah, Phantasmal Flames is right around the corner as well. At least it's already been announced, and the Japanese sets are going to be released very soon. They may even already, I don't think, there we go, there's the stadium. I don't think the sets are out, but they're going to be released soon at least. But this stadium is crazy. So each player's grass Pokemon can evolve into grass Pokemon during the turn they play those Pokemon, except during their first turn. So if you have Chikorita and Bayleaf and Meganium all in your hand, and it's not your first turn, you could bench the Chikorita, evolve it to Bayleaf, and then evolve it to Meganium, all in the same action, basically, off of this stadium. It's pretty busted. And it just says except during their first turn. So it's just during your first turn. So if you went first or went second, doesn't matter. It's your first turn. You just can't use it, I guess. And then we get Mega Camerupt. All right. I forgot about Mega Camerupt as well, but there we go. There's another one to throw into the pool. We're really starting to stack these out. Let me see if I can get these a little bit laid out a little better so that we can kind of get a more of an idea of what we're working with now. The pull rates from the build and battle boxes are usually kind of rough, but these ones are actually turning out pretty good. It's not maybe the rest of the packs are going to be duds now. Hopefully not. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get something good. We're still looking for a special illustration rare. There were quite a few special illustration rares pulled at the pre-releases, and a lot of them were Mega Absol. The Mega Absol EX Special Illustration Rare I saw 3 times. I saw I think it's Wally's something. I can't remember exactly what it is. And we get another Mega Manectric. That's 3 Mega Manectrics. All right, let's go ahead and throw that up there. We'll tuck it behind the other ones so that it's not taking a space up in the front. So we've got 3 Mega Manectrics now. All right, no more duplicates. Come on. But yeah, so there was like a Wally and then Acerola and Lily's Determination. Someone pulled that. Someone did pull an SIR Gardevoir, and I saw a gold Gardevoir get pulled as well. Haven't seen the gold Lucario yet, though, so maybe there's one in these packs. That would be really cool. But all right, let's see what we've got. We've got Spiritomb, Gumshoes, Tyrogue, Shuckle, and a Cinderace. I do love this artwork for Cinderace. Looks really cool. We throw that off to the side, and we move into our next size. We're moving through these. We're getting there. We're a little more than halfway now. Getting towards the end, but we still have a few packs to go. We got plenty of packs to go, really. There's like 8 or 9 or 10, maybe 10, something like that. We'll see. We got plenty to go. There's a code card for you guys. Let me know what you're getting from the code cards. I haven't said that yet at all this video. Are you proud of me yet? All right, we've got Mantine, we've got Miltank, we've got Goldango. All you can grab Goldango. We've got Grumpig, a reverse. Oh yeah, the reverse is in this set. We haven't even talked about this. The reverse is very clean. I like them. Ooh, we got Houndstone. I do like that. That looks really good. We'll throw that up into the pool with the other illustration. Ooh, Raikou. I didn't even know this was in here. All right, that's cool. I like that artwork too. That looks really cool. All right, throw that off to the side. And yeah, so plenty to go here. We got plenty of packs, plenty to pull. Hopefully some pulls. We need a special illustration rare or gold. I'll take either one. And really, at this point, I think we've done well enough. I'm actually not too upset about the pulls we've gotten so far. And it's, when you're opening this many packs, you're gonna get some pulls. Hopefully, if you don't, then there was definitely something wrong. We got Gimme Ghoul, we got Repel, and we've got a Mega Gardevoir EX. That's the poster child for this set. I mean, kind of not really. It seems like they show off the Mega Venusaur more than they do the Gardevoir. But the Gardevoir is the one that it seems like everyone wants the most. We've got this first attack, Overflowing Wishes. For each of your bench Pokemon, search your deck for a basic Psychic Energy card and attach it to that Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck, or Mega Symphonia, which this attack does 50 damage for each Psychic Energy attached to all of your Pokemon. Pretty crazy. I imagine that this, coupled with Gardevoir EX, the regular Gardevoir EX, could become a very dangerous combination. So go ahead and throw that up in the pull pool. That's a pretty top tier hit right there, and it's just a basic Mega EX. But all right, cool. We're moving into our next one here. We got Venusaur on the pack art. We have pulled one Venusaur, so we're good on Venusaur. But if we got a full art or something like that, I'd be pretty happy too. We got ourselves Tangela to start off with, or Tangela. No, I know, it's Tangela, but let's just have a little fun, right? We got Centiskorch, we got Tangrowth, we got Magnemite, Dialga, and a Lunatone, which is interesting too. Lunatone and Solrock, they always kind of like work together. So this Lunatone, if there's a Solrock in play, if you have a Solrock in play, excuse me, then once during your turn, you can discard a basic fighting energy to draw 3 cards, but you can only use a Lunar Cycle ability once per turn. So even if you had, 1 Solrock and 3 Lunatones, you can only do it once, which is a little bit of a limitation, but to draw 3 cards for the discard of 1 energy is actually really good. That's a very powerful effect, especially considering it's just on a basic Pokemon. You need 2 basic Pokemon in play to be able to do it, but if you were trying to center the deck around that mechanic or that kind of engine, then it would be pretty easy to fulfill. And, the last time we had a discard an energy for a draw specifically was on a Radiant, which you could only play 1 of in your deck, and it was only draw 2. So, and we get another Spiritomb. All right, we'll take it. I like the Spiritomb, so I'm actually not mad about that. Then we get Yveltal to, how do you guys say that? Yveltal? I've heard some people pronounce the Y and say Yveltal, but I see it as Yveltal, like evil, something like that. There's a code card for you guys. Let me know what you're getting from the code cards. All right, we got Electrike to start us off on this one. Sobble, part of the Inteleon deck that comes with the pre-releases. Inteleon seems to be pretty interesting too. We've got Executor, Delmise, and a Steelix. And the Inteleon's attacks are both only 1 energy cost, and they're both very interesting. One of them is just straight up 110 damage, but you have to discard the energy. I mean, for the cost of 1 energy, that's not bad, because you just reattach the energy again the next turn. But the other attack is for you to choose one of the lowest HP Pokemon, yours or your opponent's, and you have to choose the lowest HP Pokemon, and you just knock it out, which is pretty crazy. But if your Pokemon is the one with the lowest HP, then unfortunately you're knocking out your own Pokemon, which you probably don't want to. Ooh, there we go. We get ourselves the full art Buddy Poffin. I was really looking forward to getting some of these. This is new as of Mega Evolution, but they're the first iteration of full art trainer cards. So we've had something like full art trainer cards in the past with golds and stuff, but those are golds, which are hyper rares. These are meant to be a little bit more obtainable because they're only a double rare, but in my opinion, I absolutely love them. I think they look stellar. This is fantastic, and I can't wait to put this into a deck. But there we go. We got ourselves a full art Buddy Poffin, which is possibly one of the more playable cards in the format right now. I mean, you don't see much of any decks nowadays that aren't playing 3 or 4 Buddy Poffins, unless they're just like a big basic deck, like maybe Raging Bolt or something like that. It's even Raging Bolt might want to play some Buddy Poffins to get, your Fan Rotoms and your Hoots and so on and so forth. But yeah, Buddy Poffin, just all around a great card. And the last card that I remember being as important as Buddy Poffin was probably Battle VIP Pass, which was essentially a similar action where it was just search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench, and you could only use it during your first turn, which was really that was the caveat behind it. But it was really busted because it was any basic. So V's, at the time there was only V's. You didn't have like GXs or anything, or EXs even. But yeah, so it was still just a really, really broken effect. And then later on in the game, if you managed to get one off in your first turn, later on in the game, the other 3 in your deck were basically just, discard fodder for your Ultra Balls, or maybe you wanted to play some Lost Box action, and so you were using your Buddy Puff, your Battle VIP passes as ways to fulfill your Lost Zone actions. I like to use them with Lost Vacuum, so I could just throw a Battle VIP pass into the Lost Zone and vacuum away something like Path to the Peak or Big Charm or something like that, because in Lost Box you're gonna be slinging some damage counters. All right, we got Energy Switch, a reprint in this set, pretty awesome. There's a few reprints in the set that are very important. Energy Switch being one of them. Switch being Wally's Compassion. That was the one I was talking about earlier. Yeah, that's a SIR in the set. But Switch being one of them. Energy Switch being one of them. Boss's Orders being a huge one. Absolutely massive. And there's maybe 1 or 2 others that I'm not remembering just right off the top of my head. Maybe Ultra Ball? Was Ultra Ball one of them? I don't think so. I think Ultra Ball was just in one of the kits, and I'm just misremembering. But there we go. That's probably enough code cards for me, so the rest of the code cards are going to go to you guys. But we got ourselves a Grafaiai. I love Grafaiai. Shroodle and Grafaiai. Very cool Pokemon. We got Crawdaunt, Iron Defender, Meganium Reverse. Pretty cool. We were talking about the reverses earlier. I really, really enjoy these reverses. Mega Absol EX, number 2 for us. Throw that up here. Just get it out of the way for now. But we got... I'm excited about it. I promise. We just got a few more packs to go, all right? But yeah, the reverses are looking very clean. I do like the new reverses. It's just flat, no extra gobbledygook, just a straight flat reverse. It looks very clean. I like it a lot. I don't necessarily hate the other styles of reverses. I just really appreciate the cleanliness and the look of these new reverses. We got Boss's Orders, again, huge reprint. We got Electrike, another Spiritomb. This is crazy. We got 3 Spiritombs in this video. That's insane. All right, cool. Throw that up in the pool. And we got an Alakazam in the rare slot. Not too bad. We still have 3 packs remaining, so wish us luck on these 3 packs, and shout out to everyone that was at pre-release, the pre-releases I was at. It was a great time. I hope everyone had a great time. Definitely looking forward to the next pre-release, which will be Phantasmal Flames, but in between then and now we have plenty of, standard leagues and stuff to hang out and trade some cards. And if anybody needs a Mega Absol or a Spiritomb or a Mega Manectric, just let me know. But we got ourselves a Grumpig, Forced Vitality, very good card. We got Kirlia, Fearow, and a Mega Camerupt. That is the second one for Mega Camerupt as well. We are stacking up on these duplicates, and in fact, this is an insane amount of hits for booster box amount of packs. So in a typical booster box, you're only going to see like anywhere between 12 and 15 hits, 15 hits being like on the really high end. This is well more than that. We've done very well, so I'm very happy. I hope everyone that's been to pre-releases got good pulls and had a fun time. That's the big thing, right? As long as you're having fun, that's what's most important. The market is so crazy right now. Everyone's greedy hunting. Everyone's greedy hunting for cards and selling them, scalping them. Like even the Sam's Club and Costco boxes, the kit packages, whatever the heck they are. It's really disheartening, but it's not all about getting the new shiny thing that everybody wants. It's just about having fun. So just make sure you're having fun. That's the most important thing. Have some fun. Go to some pre-releases, show up at your local leagues. Don't chase the same thing everyone else is chasing, and you'll find it way, way easier to enjoy the hobby. And there's plenty of stuff in this hobby now. It's been going on for 30 years. We're almost at 30 years of the Pokemon franchise. The trading card game's been around for 27 of those years or something like that. So, there's plenty of stuff for you to be able to purchase and collect. You don't need to be, you know, freaking out about the same thing that everyone else is freaking out about. There's a reason why stuff is being like hyped, and then a few months later the price of it is half of what it was when it was hyped. Look at the Seismitoad, for example. That was $250 card not too long ago. I'm ranting now, but just hear me out. It was like $250 card like a month ago, and now it's what, $100? It's barely $100, something like that. So just think about stuff before you know, go getting all crazy. Don't FOMO on anything. All this stuff's gonna come around. Pokemon sees what is happening. They see the demand. They see how crazy the market is getting and stuff. And even the Wall Street Journal tried to mention something, that investing in Pokemon cards right now is better than investing in stocks. And that's creating this huge hubbalaboo for Phantasmal Flames and so on and so forth. Just don't buy into that stuff. That is crazy. We can't have a world where Pokemon cards outdo stocks and companies. You know, it's just not, it's not feasible. It's not reasonable. It's not sustainable. So, you know, just be chill, relax. Everything's going to be okay. All this stuff's going to come around. Pokemon sees what's going on. They're going to print the heck out of it. It's going to be all right. But in the meantime, wish us some luck on this last pack magic. Sorry for the rant. I hope you guys can get a little bit of something out of it. If it's entertainment, if it's a little bit of knowledge, if it's a little bit of, you know, just anything at all. That's all I hope for. But there's a code card for you guys. I hope you get something good off these code cards. Let me know what you're getting from the code cards. All right, last pack magic. Wish us some luck. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be opening more Mega Evolution. I'll be opening more all sorts of stuff. I want to make a prize pack opening video where I just open a ton of prize packs. This is an insane card. Lieutenant Surge's Bargain. Ask your opponent if each player may take a prize card. If yes, each player takes a prize card. Simple. If no, you may draw 4 cards. Like, this doesn't have a negative. There's no negative to this. This is a great card. That's super cool. I can't wait to see it get played. We got Nincada, and we got the Ivysaur. And you know what? If we're going to double up on anything, that's a perfect one to double up on. Behind it is a Xerneas and a Grass Energy. Not too bad. There we go. We can end the video on an Ivysaur. That's perfectly fine. We got 3 Spiritombs and 2 Ivysaurs. That's crazy. All right. Let me know what you guys think about Mega Evolution, how your guys' pre-releases went, what you think about Phantasmal Flames, anything Pokemon related in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.